Take 105. So for this spring break, we decided to go down to Florida and check out Legoland
Beach Retreat, baby.
So last time we went to Legoland, we stayed at the Legoland Hotel, and this time we decided to try out the Legoland Beach Retreat.
Rather than having a traditional lobby where you have to park your car and walk in, they have a drive-up check-in. It is so awesome.
So the first thing that we decided to do when we got there was
Go to the pool. It was heated, but it was
She was cold.
Still cold.
Me and Elliott were fine. Elliott didn't care. I mean,
Yeah.
It was a pool and there was Legos in it.
And there was tons of kids.
What more can you ask for?
But not like regular Legos. Like, that sounds like that would be painful. They have these like foam Legos that are like about this big. And they're different colors and they're floating all around the pool. Elliot kept wanting to like stack two together and make like remotes.
Yeah, he kept saying he was making remotes and he was trying to like control us with the remotes and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty cute.
Instead of having like one big hotel, the beach retreat has all these little almost like neighborhoods.
So each one of the neighborhoods had 5 or 6 little bungalows. Each bungalow had 2 rooms.
Each neighborhood has their own like color scheme to it. Well, and we forgot to mention the best part. The houses weren't just like little houses.
Yeah.
They looked like Lego houses.
What?
Like they looked like kind of like the house that Emmett builds in Lego Movie 2.
Yeah.
And ours was blue and yellow, which is just like the one in the movie. So,
I don't know how we got these awesome rooms, but it was so cool.
But each of the subdivisions looked really similar to each other other than the color. And somehow I went into the wrong one and started trying to use our key card on somebody else's bungalow.
Yeah. And he comes back and he's like, I was just trying to get in the wrong room. I don't know how he mixed it up because I feel like the ones next to us were like completely different color. Like, they were like green. Ours was yellow. I don't know how he did it. Each of the houses had like a little front porch area and it had a little table and some chairs. And then in front of all of the houses in the center was like a grassy area with a little playground. They had a blast out there playing.
And it was nice because the first night that we got there, after we got done with the pool and everything, we got to go back to the house and there was a bunch of kids playing out there. We were gonna put Elliot to bed, but then we saw the kids playing and he wanted to go out there and play, so we let him go out and play for a little bit and we got to sit on the patio.
Just beyond where our place was, there was some water. But it was like very peaceful, like relaxing.
Yeah. And it really felt like it was like a neighborhood. Almost like the 1950s and everybody's outside and like they also deliver a Lego paper in the morning and so you come out and pick that up and it's like you're living in a little like Lego world.
Yeah. The only thing that could have made it like even more feel like 1950s is if they like delivered like milk. Wouldn't that be funny?
They like deliver them in like little Lego
Oh
jugs.
my gosh, that would be so perfect.
But then they also had a playground at like right next to the pool and it was kind of like in a little sand area. And the cool thing about both the playgrounds, each one of them had a little scavenger hunt. So you had to like, there was little shapes that you had to find on it and I didn't realize it either until Elliot told me when I came out in the morning. And then we also went on a walk that morning and we found that there was a secret path that takes you to like the main pool area. So we could kind of like walk around the back and walk by the lake to get to the pool. So overall, I feel like the room was really nice and updated. All of the outlets had USB plugs on them and all the like furniture and everything was kind of like newer and even the bathroom was really nice and everything. One thing we really like about the Lego Hotel and the beach retreat is that Elliot has not his own room but a little private area with bunk beds, and in the beach retreat they kind of divided off with like a almost like a shower curtain. Okay, a curtain.
Doesn't it say shower curtain? It was just
It's a shower curtain.
So in typical Legoland Beach Resort fashion, the entire room was decorated with Lego stuff. Like every wall had a mural on it of a Lego beach scene, and there was like a surfboard made out of Legos outside, and inside I think there was like a scorpion on the wall.
Yeah, there was
made
some
out of
kind
Legos.
of Lego creature on the wall.
Yeah, and like in Elliott's room, it had another mural in there, and the curtain separating his room had Lego scene on it, and even in the bathroom.
Shower curtain.
Even in the bathroom, the shower curtain in the shower had a Lego scene on it. They have Lego Duplos in every room for the kids to play with. They don't get to keep them, but you can play with them in the room, which Elliott loved because he was able to play like right before bed. He could mess around and make some cool thing. In his room, they had like a Lego plate on the wall, so he could like build on the wall. He was like, whoa!
They also had a Lego magazine in the room, and he's had Lego magazine before, but I think he was a little too young for it. But he always likes to have something in his bed to read, and he really liked reading through the Lego magazine.
They had a little thing that they put in the beds that said, "Don't worry, I checked your bed for sea monsters," because it was beach themed. So he was excited about that. He's like, "It's friggin' monsters!"
Yeah.
So.
Well, and he remembered that from the hotel too, because they did the same thing. They give you a little card that said, "Your room is monster free," and he was always talking about that, and so it was cool to see that again.
Yeah.
I think Elliott, and maybe my favorite thing about the room, was the master switch. So when you walk in the door, there's one faceplate and it says master switch on it. And so when you switch the master switch, it turns everything off. The TV, the lights, the bathroom lights.
Everything. Everything goes off.
Everything.
Everything. They thought it was hilarious.
So the other thing they have at the beach retreat, there's like one main kind of building, and it has a lighthouse on it, and that's where they have the gift shop, and they do some kids activities, and there's a little playground area where you can build Legos next to like a sandcastle kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they also have the restaurant in there. We had barbecue chicken pizza the first night, but the second night we had this appetizer sampler, and it was awesome. They had like nachos and wings for me, and they had these egg rolls that were really awesome. They weren't like your normal egg rolls. Like, what were they?
They were like Southwest egg rolls, and they almost tasted like nachos or something like that.
Yeah.
And they also had mozzarella sticks in there. It was right by where all the activities take place, and also where they had like the sandcastle where you could build with Legos. So it was awesome because he was able to go when he was done eating dinner, he was able to go over and play Legos with all the other kids.
Elliott had a lot of fun doing the dance party. So every night they do like a dance party after dinner, and all the kids got out on the dance floor and were going crazy. And the guy that ran the dance party was awesome. He was like going crazy with all the kids. And then they did limbo.
Oh my gosh.
He was like the best limboer I've ever seen. I
mean, I don't know how he was able to get that low. He was really good, and he would be, even when he was doing the dance party, he would be like, "Okay, everybody dance like this guy," or like this guy, and he really got the kids involved in dancing and stuff, and he would show them new moves and stuff, and it was really fun. They had a bunch of activities. Elliott asked if he could go over and do one, and they gave him these whiteboards and an eraser and a marker, and they had him doing drawings, which he had so much fun doing it. Do you remember what they were doing?
I don't remember what they're doing. Maybe we should cut to field reporter Elliott, and he can give us more information.
Good idea.
Hi, this is field reporter Elliott, coming from Legoland. I did a drawing activity, and I drew my favorite food and my favorite animal. It was fun. I'm excited to go back. Back to you, Mommy and Daddy.
Thanks for that report, Elliot. Before we went in the pool one night, we all had like a game of beanbag toss, and we were just really throwing them back and forth and stuff. And Elliot was just having a blast, like throwing them and trying to hit me with them.
It was really fun because Elliot loves to like just goof around and throw stuff around, and it was like nice to have an extra little thing that we could do as a family.
And it was on like the sandy area, so it was kind of like we were at the beach even though we were in Orlando.
Yeah.
The last thing they do every night at the Legoland Beach Retreat is the lighthouse lighting. So they basically get this big switch out and the lighthouse is shut off, and then they have they usually call one of the kids up and have them switch the switch and the light turns on and everything. But the guy that was doing it was really smart. He just had all the kids run up there and all flip the switch all at once, and we got to see it turn on, and they were all just like lighting up just like the lighthouse.
Yeah. So cheesy.
And I thought it was just like a good way to kind of end the evening.
It was really fun too. The guy that was doing it kind of talked a little bit about like, why do we have lighthouses? And one of them was like to lead you home. And I thought that was pretty cute because that was like our home for a couple nights, and just a nice little touch there.
Overall, I think we really like the beach retreat.
They really have thought about a lot of the stuff and planned it out so that your kids can have a good time while you also can relax and have a good time.
Yeah, I think when we were there, like we sat down on the patio and we're watching Elliot play, I said to you something like we're finally on vacation and we're like relaxing, even though I said no relaxing on the trip. But
yeah, his number one rule on every trip is no relaxing, no taking a break, no resting.
But we got a little resting in thanks to Legoland Beach Retreat. But I definitely think we're gonna be back. We'll go there again. But next time we go to Legoland, we might have to check out the new Pirate Hotel.
I can't wait to see what that looks like. And that's like right next to Lego Hotel. So I can't wait to see what it looks like. Arrgh. Thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like button, and if you want to see more super adventures, click the subscribe button.